The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Let the postseason begin. We're underway in this AFC Wildcard Weekend contest. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Herbert throwing right away. Throw is there for Jatavion Sanders. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Opening carry of the game for Kimani Vidal. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
1st and 10 from the 41. Slot man motioned over. They go play action. Here's Herbert. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Gets this to Sanders. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's Vidal on the give. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. David Long getting to the spot that time.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Herbert from the gun. That throw behind his intended target.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Right to the air with May. Finds his man. It's Demario Douglas. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. It was the rookie from USC who got there for that tackle. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. May now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And he's brought down for a loss.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Chargers take possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Herbert now off the play fake. Finds McConkey. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Throwing on 1st is Herbert. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So it's 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
2nd and 10 now, Herbert. To the right and pulled in by McConkey. And he's across midfield into Patriot territory.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Herbert to throw once more. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
21.
Tony set in motion left. 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And now they have a 1st and goal.
Set.
from the red zone now. Has it down close. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
He completes it in traffic.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally, you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
Ray.
Barkley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. They snap it to Herbert. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. On play action, here's May. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up Cam Hart. And he makes the Hefco. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Romo's point after is good. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now May coming off that pick. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches.
Come on, set.
A give right side, here's Pacheco. Runs into traffic and hits a wall, no gain. Tackled by Keon White there. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1. Right back to Pacheco. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Kate, that hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, the largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On the set.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th.
Let's go now.
And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he's touched as they pick up that first down on 4th. We've reached the end of one in this opening round of the AFC playoffs. Neither side separating much so far. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute.
Can't stop us, though. Can't stop. Get all the way.
Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Patriots football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Going play action, May. Flushed out of the pocket. Finds his man, it's Javon Baker. And he's able to get this down to the 36. They get 22 on that one. And that's a New England first down.
Hey, come 19. Come 19.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
They put a receiver in motion right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Bronco 80.
Back to the air. It's May. On the move, headed right. Now he takes it. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. And we see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway. Ugh.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Working inside the red zone. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And he has the New England touchdown. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Patriots tie this game 7-7. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Here's a give to Vidal. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Rzsl, two-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Let's go, let's go.
They stay on the ground with Vidal. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. DJ Reed brings him down that time. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they could be facing 4th down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Secures this at the 17. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Pats will take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A give to Pacheco to start the drive. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here we go, set.
From the gun, it's May. Caught by Deebo Samuel. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Running right is Pacheco. Blast through midfield. And he's brought down at the 44. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
From the 39. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Operating from the gun, here's May. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
he did. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 now. He put everything he had into this one. They connect on the deep shot. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Hey, ram. Go.
Barkley does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. And he finds him in the end zone for an LA touchdown. The Chargers take a 2nd quarter lead. Romo on to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers take a 4-point lead. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll motion him out of the backfield left. He'll get this to Samuel. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Gillette. It's the Patriots with 1st and 10. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. First down throw for May. He's got him. That's Pacheco. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Go! Panther 60. Panther 60. Let's go.
A 2nd down run by Pacheco. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
To the air on first down, May. He takes a pop, and the ball comes out. And it's scooped up by the Chargers. And a great return comes to an end with the tackle.
How about the quick thinking and the reactions from everybody on that side of the ball? See an opportunity to rip the ball free, and then everybody switches to offensive mode, creating space on that return. And now they're handing the ball to their teammates on a silver platter for a score.
First down, a run with Barkley. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
From the 23. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Third and long for him here. And he brings this one in, but does so out of bounds. Some throw just took him too close to the boundary. We've got fourth down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2 and third downs. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
I know we see these kickers make kicks from this distance all the time, but it never ceases to be impressive. Everything's on the dot. And it's a big 3 points.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so first and 10 may be our last snap of the half. Back to throw it. Has his man. It's Pacheco. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Junior Coulson bringing an end to that play. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Here we go, set.
From the 32. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Chargers will take over with the football just outside the 30. Well, following his interception, he remains out there. Looks like he got banged up pretty badly on that play. They'll send someone out to look at him. Ball at the 33 for first down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. He's on the move. Now here he goes.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Options are open here. It's second and inches. Herbert back to throw. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Still inches to go on third down. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
May not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that first down, and he went and got it.
To the line we go. They're set, first and 10. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Escapes the pocket. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Toss play to Barkley. And they make the stop, but a lot closer to the end zone now. He got it to the 11. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Herbert from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Herbert. Forced out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Herbert now. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers push their lead further to start the half. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. Romo on to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers double their lead to 14. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Fielded just shy of the end zone. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. On play action, here's May. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
May trying again here on second. That's taken in by Samuel. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
May on 1st and 10. That one complete to Njoku. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Going play action, May. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, I knew it at the time. I think everybody did. We knew the Legion of Boom was special, like that entire secondary, but their safety's ability, Earl and Cam, to come downhill, to make those tackles behind the line of scrimmage as he just did. Yeah, I mean, you appreciate great safety play like that.
Here's 2nd and 11. Pass is hauled in by the running back. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest game.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge game.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Back to the air, it's May. Completes this one to Baker. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
And those are the completions they rely on in their passing game.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Go! Go!
They'll run. Pacheco. Hits the end zone for the New England touchdown. The Patriots shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one right down the middle. And the Patriots chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Vidal running to the left. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. He gets a couple of... They'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Barkley trying this up the gut. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Setting up the running back screen. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Chargers will have a first.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. This one is taken in by Tony. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Saquon. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Hauled in left side. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Set.
Here's Herbert. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Thought he had a touchdown there. So 2nd down coming up.
You know, that type of play is so doggone impressive, not just because it saves a touchdown. He had timed that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score.
On the draw, it's Barkley. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Now Herbert to throw. Throwing deep towards the end zone. It's tipped away and he's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. John Parker Romo now. Let's see how he handles this moment. He was good on his first kick. Going to need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's May. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
Taking a deep shot here. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the gun, it's May. Buys time, rolling right. Launching deep down the right sideline. He's got it! Oh, what body control to stay in and get the 2 feet down. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
To the air on 1st down, May. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
Now May on 3rd and long. Pacheco hauls it in. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness that's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
It'll catch the crossbar, and it's in anyway! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the three, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. They did it! He made the interception! Christian Gonzalez has it! And the Patriots have some new life in the 4th!
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock, even if it would have been a touchdown. That was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does.
Oh, no, they get him yet again! And the Chargers are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. There are costly interceptions, Brock. And then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Finds Smith and Jigba. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Hey, go Lion.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Herbert from the gun. Searches from the pocket. That one way too far up there. They can't connect. Intended target there was Jackson Smith and Jigba. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Throwing now, Herbert. He's going deep this time. They connect on the deep shot. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 38 out of the play. And the Chargers will have a 1st.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, If you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
On second down, here's Barkley. He still has room inside the 30. He makes it in for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the fourth. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Romo adds the point after. And the Chargers double their lead to 14. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And they pick him off again. And the Chargers take over after returning it inside the red zone. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. They're going to run with Barkley. Takes it in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers have likely locked up the win right there. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Romo's point after is good. And the Chargers stretch their lead to 21. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. By a man, and now he's in the clear. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 1st down throw for May. Caught, nice gain left side. And he's a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before going out. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26. May now from the gun. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
To the air yet again, May. This one taken in by Baker. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
May on 1st and 10. And they pick him off again. picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity that looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Set. Coleman trips right.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And this one doesn't go far. Only a yard on the play. An improvement on their last one, but that brings up 3rd and 9. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Throwing from near his own goal line. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back. And this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect the timeout coming any moment now.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. We'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Chargers take this one on the road. And you never want to count out those wild card teams once the postseason begins, right? We've seen a few go on magical runs before, and they've officially begun theirs here, fighting their way to next week's divisional round games. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Chargers, as with that, we'll sign off from New England.